Greetings, one and all, from the White Mountains of Arizona. Beautiful day. We're on a beautiful hike. It's time for beautiful channeling. This one's brought to us by the Patreon and YouTube voters. We want to thank you so much for your support and thank you for voting on this particular channeling. We wanted to do something spooky, and that's what we got today. We're talking about the Winchester Mystery House. I was born and raised in the Bay Area, and I've been to the Winchester Mystery House. It's in my backyard. It's in San Jose, California. And let me try to give you a little backstory on this before we start the channeling. I'm not an expert, but basically what it is that the Winchester Mystery House is the largest estate in San Jose. And in the 1800s, maybe mid 1800s, late 1800s, I don't know. Basically, Winchester, I'm not sure of his name, had the rifle company, the Winchester Rifles. And he had this large estate, and he died, and Sarah Winchester, his wife, basically inherited the whole thing. Her children died, and she was basically all alone in this large mansion. And basically, I don't know, a lot of people say that she started going crazy because she was seeing ghosts. And it was rumored that she was seeing the ghosts of all the natives that the Winchester Rifles had murdered. And they were kind of stalking her. So she started to go a little bit crazy in this mansion all by herself. And since she had so much money, she was starting to build things to kind of trick the ghosts. So it's a tourist attraction now, but when you go into the Winchester Mystery House, you'll see all sorts of staircases that go nowhere, rooms with weird doors that go nowhere, and just a lot of traps and tricks, and it's just a very strange, bizarre architecture. And the reason for it is just trying to fool the ghosts, trying to trick them, trying to find some peace, I guess. Something like that. And so you go there, and you basically tour the mansion and get to see all the weird things that she built. And it's a fun couple hours. You can do a little tour. But we wanted to talk to someone, maybe Sarah Winchester herself. I don't know yet who Tara's going to connect to, but just get a few answers about ghosts, really. We're going to learn about ghosts. Maybe they're figments of her imagination, maybe not. So who do we got today?
The half ego, half higher self of Mrs. Winchester.
Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Half ego, half higher self. So she's still in the cube?
Part of her self, yes.
So we're talking to the cube-bound version of her consciousness.
Yes.
All right, very good. I think my first question is, were you plagued by ghosts during your life?
It was eerie feelings. I feel they were spirits. Yes. Sometimes darkness out of the corner of my eyes. I saw them. Yes, they followed me everywhere.
Okay. I think most people who are on an awakening path see these spirits. It's not anything unusual to us. But why did they scare you so much?
I felt it was unnatural. If a spirit is behind, surely it is tormented. Surely there is darkness there in one form or another. Spirits are not meant to interact with the living.
Well, I would disagree with you on that one. Not all spirits are negative, and not all spirits are bound to their vibrational frequency. We can overlap a little bit.
They were in my bedroom. They were in the bathroom. Not always outside the house. If I went on a ride somewhere, they didn't seem to always follow. I was so nervous. I don't like to sleep for very long. I feel that they might try to possess me if I sleep too long.
So you feel that they were bound to your home, but not your person.
Actually, I don't really know.
But when you left your home, you didn't experience these phenomena?
Not as much, especially if there were many around me. If I had friends surrounding me, I felt much more safe. I feel they don't come around many people, so perhaps they were tied to the house.
Do you feel these spirits were the victims of the Winchester rifles?
What else could they be? I have never done anything what I would consider dark in my life. And the only darkness I can think of is death. And the only thing that brings death are guns during times of war, revolution. So perhaps they were the victims.
Did you ever stop to consider that maybe they were benevolent beings trying to help you, trying to show you something?
If they were benevolent, they would have had wings. They would have been angels. And all I saw were dark shadows. Darkness is evil.
So you had a religious program.
I wouldn't consider myself religious, just more facts about living.
But now that you're in spirit, can you not see the truth for what it is? Do you know that you're in spirit?
It's confusing.
So where are you? Where do you think you are at this moment in time right now?
My courtyard? Where else would I be?
Are there other people there with you?
Just the workers. And my hands, my help.
Do things change in your reality, or is it always kind of the same?
I don't recall going to bed last night.
Ah. Well, I can't presume to know about your reality, but from our perspective, you are in spirit. You are a ghost.
But I don't recall dying.
Ah. Well, right now the year is 2024. Do you think it's 1880? What year is it for you?
1880. I it's always daytime.
Something's not right, is it?
They never stop hammering. It's always daytime. I don't know when the last time was that I went to bed. I don't want to be a spirit.
Okay. All that has to happen is you have to make that decision not to be a spirit anymore.
Can I go back home?
Where do you consider home to be?
Before we moved to San Jose, the
Connecticut?
house was too large anyway.
Was this in Connecticut?
Yes, out of state.
Are you able to speak with your soul?
If I'm a spirit, would I not be a soul?
There are two parts to you. There is an ego and there is a soul. I'm speaking to the ego now, but your soul is the eternal part of you that never dies, that never...
The sun never sets?
Well, I'm afraid that where you are, you've created a reality for yourself that's not exactly what you thought it was.
This is quite irregular.
Have you tried speaking with your soul?
No, I speak to other spirits.
Oh, so you can speak to other spirits.
I perform seance.
Oh. Is that what you're doing right now? Who are you speaking to now?
You.
Am I a spirit or am I real?
You're real. You're alive. I'm not alive. Yes, I hear my soul.
Ah. Can you ask your soul what your free will violation was?
I want to bring two dimensions together, create one dimension. Not possible.
You tried to merge two dimensions to create your own dimension. Sarah, I'm afraid that's what you've done right now. You're merging your spirit world with your real world.
I see.
Are you aware of the cube?
Yes.
Ah. Would you like to leave the cube or stay in the cube?
If I can escape that incessant hammering, then yes.
Okay, I guarantee you there's no hammering outside the cube unless you wish it. Would you like to know how to leave this cube?
Yes, please.
In another realm, you committed a violation of free will, which means you imposed your will on someone else, on another entity. So by combining those two worlds to create your own world, you imposed on other entities. So in order to leave this cube, you must look at the light and the shadow in your actions, both in the other realm and in this cube realm, and find the darkness and the light in what you've done and learn the lesson of what you've done.
I see. I had placed my guilt then upon the Indians of the land. I thought for sure my sins, as it were, of those I was connected to would come back to haunt me. And I thought it was them.
Who was it in reality?
My own nightmares.
Your own darkness, your own shadows. The memory of your free will violation, perhaps?
Yes, perhaps superimposed. And I gave them the face of, in my time, people I thought had died tragic deaths. The Indians.
Okay, so rather than take responsibility for your shadows, you place the burden on the natives.
Yes. Yes.
So now it's time to forgive. Forgive everyone involved. There was no wrongdoing. It's just a learning. The natives did no wrongdoing. Your husband did no wrongdoing. You did no wrongdoing. But you must learn from your light and your shadow. And forgive all those involved, especially yourself.
I see.
Is this something you might be able to do?
Of course, I'm capable of quite a lot.
Yes, you are. In 3D, you built an empire, and in spirit, you built an equally impressive empire.
Yes.
I've been to your house. It's quite impressive.
You like it?
Yes, it's a lot of curiosities and oddities.
Oh, so many thought I was losing my mind. I was not losing my mind. I had a purpose. I had a vision. Not many shared that vision. But this house was, it was like it had a life of its own, and I was just merely creating what I saw in my mind.
When I visited, I felt like it was a fun house full of joy and happiness. I didn't feel any sorrow or any nightmares or any negative, really anything. I thought it was fun, a fun place.
It felt cozy to me. I don't like big open spaces. I feel if the space is open, it must be filled with something, and if I don't fill it with wood or amusement, then it shall be filled with spirit, which I didn't want.
But now we know that those spirits were nothing more than your own shadows that you needed to heal, right?
Yes.
Do you think you'll be leaving the cube soon?
It would be nice to have a change of scenery. It's always so sunny outside, and I sometimes just want some peace of mind. I do enjoy the company of others, yes, but I think I've enjoyed their company for far too long. I need some peace.
Well, you shall have it. If you leave the cube, you'll also be surrounded with as many or as few people as you wish, whenever you wish. If Tara opens a portal for you, would you be willing to walk through it?
A portal? Yes.
You still have to do the healing. You still have to forgive and learn the lesson of your free will violation.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Tara will do that for you then. Excellent. Thank you so much for speaking with me. I love you, and I really enjoyed this conversation. Is there any last words you'd like to say before we go?
Yes. I suppose I knew I was in spirit, but I forgot. Sometimes you forget. I suppose sometimes we forget when we are alive. It's not so bad. I suppose I created this world. It's quite lovely outside. I could feel the grass beneath my feet. I like to go barefoot. You still feel, you still have friends. I still hear their voices as the men talk, as they work on my home. It feels so real. But yet, so do all dreams. And perhaps I've been asleep for quite some time. And it's time for me to wake up. Perhaps death wasn't so scary after all. And maybe what I thought were your natives, they were not tormented at all. Maybe it was all in my mind, but yet not in my mind. But I placed their faces upon what was in my mind. Yes, it is not so scary. It's quite pleasant. It's just a dream. I might come back to visit from time to time if I feel, but I don't want to feel that I am imposing on this world anymore.
Wow. It's amazing how fast you can learn in spirit. It's instant.
Yeah, 4D is pretty fast.
4D is fast. 3D is so slow. That would have taken someone a whole lifetime or several lifetimes in a physical body to understand all that. She just got it immediately.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, yeah, it is like a dream. It's like the moment you realize that you're in a dream, you know, when you're sleeping, and it's like that fast.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh wait, I'm in a dream, and then, you know, you're doing lucid dreaming, and then you get to do whatever you want. It's like it's about that fast.
We just had to jog her memory.
Yeah, she forgot that she passed away.
You think she'll walk through your portal and leave the cube?
I think so. She has kind of a eccentric personality. Even the way I felt like she presented, like the image of how she thought she looked. You know, it was very eccentric in clothing and nature. And it seemed like what she loved to talk about, though, was her house.
Yeah, she poured her heart into that house. You can tell. Just every room is unique. It's like a fun house, like I said.
But it seemed like she also liked, too, when it was a lot quieter before she moved to the big house, before all the big money and stuff started coming in. She just wanted some peace. So it seemed like going back to that peace, it was akin to like crossing over fully back into 4D, you know, so.
Well, it feels good to help someone. I hope we were able to help someone. I hope we were able to help you guys. If this helped you, let us know in the comment section, right?
Yes, definitely. If you guys are tapping in with this, what did your higher self have to say? What messages did you get? Definitely share them. And if you're reading the comments and you find an interesting comment, please discuss, talk amongst yourselves as well.
And go check out the Salem witch trial, because this was a very similar video, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Wow. So yeah, thank you to all of our supporters, YouTube members and patrons for choosing this video.
She must be happy. My ears are ringing.
My ears are ringing before, like as soon as she showed up, before she jumped in. It's like my right ear was just going off.
Wow, mine too. It's just, wow, it's pretty pretty intense. Okay.
So yeah, all right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you to the Patreons.
Yes, my patrons on
and
Patreon.
the YouTube members. Thank you
Yes,
for all
my
your support.
tubies.
Thank you for voting.
Thank you. And yeah, I look forward to creating some more. We look forward to creating some more exclusive content for you guys. And then, of course, eventually, you, the regular public, are going to be able to see this as well. But if you would like to get access to exclusive channelings, definitely check out the YouTube membership and Patreon. That's the best way to support what we do here, so we can continue doing it for you guys and bringing you all these interesting characters, energies, and whatnot. So anyway, we will catch you guys next time. And yeah, have a wonderful spooky season. Bye.
Bye.